Hey guys, Alicia here. This has been a long time coming, but I'm finally doing a screen share, and I thought the first one, it would be fun to do how to blog, or just some things about how to start a blog, because I had a few friends ask me about that last year, and I kind of sent them some info, but I thought for our first screen share, this would be fun. So, this is my blog that I started last year, energyformoms.com. Super pretty and fun, and I really enjoyed writing on it. And some of you all read, which is wonderful. And I'm planning to get back to writing on it. And I learned a lot about how to make money with a blog, and you will hear a lot of people tell you, you can make money, buy my course, blah, blah, blah. Well, try to get free information about how to start a blog and then start it as a hobby. That is my advice. I think everyone should consider starting a blog if they are at all inclined to. And what you should do is, figure out the setup cost depending on if you're going to buy a theme, and then just look at it as about $20 a month, which if you think about, in the scale of your budget, that's probably something that you could pick to do that for most of us, that's an affordable hobby. Don't expect it to be free. Don't expect it to make money right away. But I'm going to show you a little bit about how you can do that. So here is, if you go to oneand1.com and set up an account, my family has a bunch of domains because we're into websites. But you get one, this is just one and one for an example, right? We love them a lot. If you want to scale your business up at some point, potentially, we've been really happy with them. So you buy a domain in there, you pick it, and then you click use my website, and that will bring you here. So findourbalance.com is one that I've got that I've thought about building out. So I was just going to show you, there's a bunch of examples here, but go with WordPress. Do WordPress, and then you just do create website, you give it a title, you go through, and then you will end up with, this is what the back end looks like, right? So this, I can kind of click around. This is the back end of WordPress. This is what it looks like. And when you first just set up a WordPress template, it is potentially going to look something like this, even if you buy a theme until you set up the theme. So here's another fun example of a site. I figured out last year that I should just focus on one site, but I had a bunch of different fun ideas that I might come back to. Anyways, howtocookplants.com, still something I want to get better at. And okay, for themes, I highly recommend WordPress. You go to studiopress.com, and I purchased all the themes so that I can use any of them for multiple sites. It's a one-time fee, but here you can click on any of these to see. For all of these with StudioPress, you get the Genesis framework, and then they have child themes. So you start with that, and that's a code base that makes it really functional. And then you pick how you want it to look, and it's easy to try this theme and then just decide to change your mind and go with a different theme. So for any of these, you can click and see full details of pricing. What I really found that I like is Restored 316. So if I click on Restored 316, I can see those. And I ended up Divine. I read about it, and they said it works for more than just food. I paid one price to have all of the StudioPress themes for forever that they come out with, because I'd like to do multiple sites, maybe help some friends build some websites. Yeah, so this template is actually this theme is the one that Energy for Moms is built on. And then for any of these, if you do one of the restored, I have to click on it again, I guess. If you do one of the restored themes, start over. you can go to her website and you can do her tutorials. Alright, so here's hers. And I've got her website open here, restored316designs.com. These are her themes. Some of these are available in Studio Press, some are not. Captivating. She did a partnership with Twiggy Posts, which is who I bought, who made these stock photos that I bought for Energy for Mom. So I ended up looking very similar to that theme, even though it's not actually that theme. I really like hers. And what I've found is that she has a really awesome, let me see, setup and support. So I was just using this yesterday. Okay, theme documentation, here we go. I have been needing for a long time to update my AliciaEichmann.com. So that's what I was just working on. So this is the refined theme. So I was over here, theme documentation, refined, and here you go. This is what I went through just the other day, going through, you know, homepage layout, setup. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's got this stuff, right? That is right in here. Widgets. I love widgets. These are amazing. I want to show you some of this because the WordPress, you know, I don't know if you've seen this dashboard, it can seem intimidating, but as you learn it, it's actually very user-friendly and very powerful. They did a good job of doing a really cool combination of those things. So, oh, okay, so let me show you here. Sorry, home slider overlay, welcome, and here's my text and my button. And then we go over here, and here is, I set up the picture where the slider goes, and then there's the text and the button. And then these three things are the next homepage section. So, home slider overlay. I don't actually want to do a slider. I've read about it and I'm convinced sliders are not good. So I think, oh, wrong one. Here we go. I like the picture going all the way across, but I didn't want to do a slider. So I just used one picture. But it's still called a slider because that's the functionality that it could let you do. So here's the text. Oh, they said, I read in there, this text is just to keep it aligned correctly. So I picked which page, and if I'm over here, oh, up here, I can click all pages, see my list of pages, create one, and then if I create one, come back over here, I can say, you know, I want to link that page. Well, I can show you. Alright, so I wanted to put a cool link to Energy for Moms. So I still need to write this. But I made a page, Energy for Moms, and I put my main blog, energyformoms.com is where you can read blog posts from me on various topics. So I'm getting my structure set up at getting some images in there. Down here I went and I added the featured image. You can do that in media. You can put up a bunch of pictures at once, or whenever you're ready to put one up, you can add it. With the site, I like adding some structure, naming some pages, getting the navigation, getting things sketched out, and then I'll come back in a different mindset, like pulling from a different part of my brain, and I'll, you know, write some content. Alright, so we've got that page. And then over here, in this second featured page, I can say, you know, Energy for Moms, yes, show the image, and I've put this featured image in there for that one. And so now when I go, I told it, link to these three pages, I can click on here, and this is a link to that page that needs content. My internet is a bit slow today. And I have a cough. But, oh no. Alright. Told to stop. Stop trying. Oh, there we go. Okay, at least we still got this page. I'm gonna put some fun things in here. Latest from the blog. Right, okay. So if we're over on Energy for Moms, I can show you a lot more content. Many of you may be familiar with this site, but we can click on this and say, let's read that. You could click here to go straight down to see the comments at the bottom. This sidebar, most of these templates are set to where the sidebar is the same on every page except for the home page. And the blogging, what makes it a blog that's really fun is that you can automatically put in a lot of features. Like here I added this plugin, and so I'm the author for everything on my blog, but then you can easily click over to a different one that are, you know, other posts by me. And then we'll get into some about the plugins, but they're really easy to use. You can click around. I'm going to show you some progressively about just how to learn how to use things on the internet. There is a ton of documentation about anything that you want to learn, but it is a skill to learn how to research and figure those things out. So here, this is a list of recent comments. You might also like, you know, and this is at the bottom. So if I went into the dashboard for my Energy from Moms, you would see at the bottom, it's got a list of posts, and I can tell it, you know, I tag them a certain way, and everything that's tagged that way, then I can show that list here. Yeah, so the widgets are where you really, let me see, the home slider and the front page, those, you know, for this particular theme, the refined theme that I've got on AliciaEichmann.com, this is the group that shows up for the home page. And then here you've got these other things. The announcements is what is at the very top. So this stays at the top all the time. I could take that away if I didn't want that to be there. I would just take this text and just drag it over. I can drag it down there and save it for later, and then it would just not be there. The social menu, this is where I can put in, and I just copy and paste in the different links of where you can reach me on those different websites. And then when you're up here and you click on one of these, then you can go, you know, chat me on Facebook, message me on Facebook, etc. Yeah, so that is some about blogging. I just wanted to show you, let me go ahead and log into Energy for Moms. Alright, so if I go to Appearance and Widgets, you can see that it's different. This is a different theme, and what you do is she has a tutorial where she walks you through. There's a quick start guide, and you install WordPress, and then you do the different plugins, and then there's a plugin that you use that actually just helps you set up the homepage. It's like an import and export plugin. So you use it to set up she has a template file that you import using that plugin. And then you don't need the plugin anymore. And then you have like these placeholder kind of things where you can switch out the images. And where's Energy for Moms? Here we go. Okay, so here for Energy for Moms, which I've got right here, you can see the sidebar. Alright, so in my sidebar, I've got a search, and then, you know, the featured page, which says to show my welcome page, and then that's how I'm putting this picture and this text in. And then I say, you know, recent posts, and so this is, you can split the sidebar, and I didn't, but I just put in one thing, but you can change the width. Alright, so these are the things on the home page. You know, I say, you know, show 3 posts in this way, with or without text, with or without pictures. And then after entry, I've got this, you know, form that's on my subscribe page, and I say, here's this content that I want to be put in at the end of every article. So at the end of every article, then you, right here it says, you know, I've got a form, do you want my boot camp workbook? You know, send me the workbook. So I've got that form at the end of each one. So that is a fun introduction. Follow up and ask me questions. I would just want to say blogging is really fun, and Seth Godin says that everybody should do it every day, and he's very wise. You should read some of his books. They're very fun. But if you are at all interested in sharing your passion or your hobby or anything with the world, and you've got $20 a month, consider starting a blog. Let me know if you have a question. And once you really get into it, it can become a way to make some money on the side. But I think initially it's just a really fun way to make a conversation that you can kind of control, that you can nurture, that's not on Facebook, that doesn't go away, that doesn't have a million people. But if you just have people that you know or people that you find that are interested in the same thing that come to your blog, they can comment on it and engage in the conversation with you. And it's a place for you to share content, pictures. There's so much flexibility. You can share recipes. It's just really cool. I've enjoyed it. I've missed it, and I'm excited to get back to it as my family allows me time to. So I hope you enjoyed that fun first screen share video. I'll talk to you next time.